We're back again. We were here last night. We was on 4 hours last night. Almost, almost like TLA. Um, D, we're not worried about you. She in the background talking about fix your tone, fix your tone. Anyway, so yep, last night we were on. If you missed the show last night, you can catch the replay on Are You a Diversity Hire? And does it matter? I think you will thoroughly enjoy that show. We talked about everything from relationships to healthy eating to death. I mean, it's a good show. If you missed it last night, missed a treat. As well as some of the audience came up on that particular show, um, and went from there. Um, and also, um, we talked about that. Oh, and it also, I guess you could call it a response video to uh, the Peep show that I was on in response to some statements that were made, this, that, and the other. If you want to know more detail, jump in the show. What's going on, Natasha? How you doing? You're up, chilling with us this morning. Good morning. Good morning to D in the background. You know how D do. You already know. You already know the face she gonna make. You already know. All right. So let's get started this morning. For those that are watching, I guess I should shout out my mom because 9 times out of 10 she's probably watching, but I don't know because she may be asleep. And good morning, Future Jones. How you doing? All right. If you don't know who we are, we're Women in Linux. I am Tameika. In the back is D, where we talk about on today's show is tech stocks and jobs. But Women in Linux as a community, as a nonprofit, is focused on getting more people, in particular us, into tech from an infrastructure perspective. And when I say from an infrastructure perspective, I am I am strictly talking about Kubernetes, VMware, Anthos. If you don't know these names, write them down, look them up. So I started with VMware, Anthos, Tanzu, Kubernetes, OpenShift, OpenStack, um, anything centered around Kubernetes in all the various clouds, such as GKE cluster for Google Cloud, AKS cluster for Azure Cloud, and an EKS cluster for Amazon, and then um, anything as we want to call it private or hybrid cloud, OpenShift, OpenStack, Tanzu, Anthos. Um, then there's also Terraform, Ansible, and when I should say configuration management, and you can put anything now under that. Terraform, they just went public last week. HCP is their ticker symbol. Um, when we start talking about um, what memory is, what a kernel is, what an operating system is, what makes up an operating system, and then there's also cybersecurity, and under the umbrella of cybersecurity, because cybersecurity can have multiple, uh, I would say verticals, under above it, how you want to look at that. So there's a red team, there's a blue team, there's a purple team, there's a white hacker, there's a black hacker. So there's different things. So primarily focused on cloud security, node security, pod security. When I say pod, I should say container security, um, and as well as leadership, coaching, leadership, so forth. That's not everything. That's just an overview. So those that don't understand, when we talk about Linux, we're not talking about Linux in a sense of, oh, it's just learn Linux and that's it. We're talking about, oh, there are multiple verticals when we talk about Linux. And just so happened that most of the companies that we talk about on tech stocks and jobs are Linux based, or they're focused on infrastructure. So I try to highlight those jobs or or those companies and the jobs at those companies in terms of what do they actually, what is their actual technology behind them, right? What is their infrastructure behind them? Every tech company, every research institute, every college, and has some type of infrastructure behind it. So that's why I say this is one of those jobs where you can go anywhere, right? You can go work at a school, you can go work for nonprofits, and so forth. So here we are. That's the premise there. All right. So if you don't know how to find us, you can find us on social media, throughout social media, at Women in Linux. If you go to our website, you can hit womeninlinux.org. You can hit connect. Once you hit connect, put in your email address, hit us up on Slack. You can put in the Slack. You have to have the Slack app in order to hit us up on Slack. After you join Slack, there are over 90 channels. We get to it. We do we're very hands on and so forth, right? Next thing you know, if you want to shop, this is our 5 year anniversary. All our products, you hit all products on here. Once you hit shop off the page, and you can see all our products, our 5 year anniversary stuff. We should be rolling out some more stuff for next year as well too. All right. And then if you want to donate, you don't have to donate with your money. You can donate with your time. You can watch your videos. You can tweet this out. You can put this on your LinkedIn that you attended, or you can put it on Instagram, as well as you can also share this with some friends and so forth. All right. So that's a little bit about that. And then finally, last but not least, donate, here at PayPal. All right. So another thing about us is we also have partnerships with people. So we have a partnership with IT Pro TV, where you can always go to IT Pro TV and sign up for a course and put in Women in Linux and um, get 30% off for that, um, which is cool. I like IT Pro TV. I use them all, so don't ask me which one is better. You have to figure out how you learn. Once you figure out how you learn, then you go from there. All right. All right. So now let's see. I'm looking at the comments here, and JM said I downloaded Kali on VirtualBox. I changed the root password as well, and the username password command line when I access my root account works fine. Awesome. But when I access my regular account, I don't see icons or anything with a new username password. I'm not sure. I would have to look at that. What's going on? Computer. I always get that messed up, and then I don't have my glasses on, so I have to lean, rock with it. All right. Oh, Dalio, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All right. So let's get busy. First up, Real Quest. All right. Let me. I think I talked about this, but let me make this page smaller because I think I was. This is the screen I had up last night. Yep. So Real Quest completes its education puzzle with high school cybersecurity program, right? So Real Quest, if you're not familiar with them, they're local here to Tampa, but they actually do cybersecurity, and they're kind of similar like Malware Bytes. If you never heard of Malware Bytes, I pulled them up too. But those that are looking at cyber, um, see, there we go, right there. Malware Bytes. Oop, my fingers. So here's Malware Bytes right here. I think they're East Coast and West Coast for Malware Bytes. So if you're looking at cybersecurity jobs, these are some of the companies to look at, right? Let me blow this up a little bit. I think Malware Bytes already went public. Don't quote me though. I think they did though. Let me see. Here go careers right here. For them, view all jobs. All right, so here they got engineering, information technology. So let's see. Yep, I think they're bi-coastal. Um, so senior director, vice president of accounting, front end, principal reliability engineer. See, yeah, they're international too. Estonia, um, senior backend, senior big data, senior engineering team. Let's see if Malware Bytes is public. I think they are though. Let's see. Ticker symbol. Let's see. Yep. Melra founding in 2008. Last funding round was 6 years ago. Employee rating. Let me go and see if I can find their ticker. Do. I'm at forageglobal.com. I have a company profile evaluation. Do they have their ticker up here? Probably can find it quicker than I can. Uh, I'm looking for them. Here's the annual report. There's that Comcast. They're pointing out Mail Robotics is working on some of the blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't see the ticker symbol, but D could probably find it. They may be help privately. We'll see though. And then but real requests, malware bytes are, I don't want to say one and the same, but um, RealQuest is another one. And the reason why I was highlighting this is because a lot of people look for companies that focus strictly on cybersecurity. CrowdStrike is another one, but you a lot of times people focus on the big names, right? So, RealQuest, if we go to their site, let's look at them real quick. Let's go here. All right, cloud security, like I said before. All right, so let me scroll down here to their careers. All right, open positions. Whenever it decides to come up, they got to work on this API, but that's Workday, so Workday be slow coming up a lot of times. So here's the locations, as you can see, right? They got locations all over, right? All over, but they're based, like I say, they're based out of the Tampa area. We'll go full time here. But systems engineer, systems analyst, enterprise executive, senior customer marketing. Let's look at what a system engineer lead, and let's look at the DevOps one first, and then we'll go back and look at the other one. Load that up. All right. So, as I talked about before, spearhead the adoption of EKS. So they're in Amazon for EKS. That's what that means. All right. Um, manage request software as a service, security application, oversee CI/CD pipeline, continuous integration. You may have to ask them what the D means for them, because that could be continuous delivery or continuous deployment. Um, and there's a difference between the two. Act as a subject matter expert in troubleshooting. I tell you, troubleshooting, it takes you a long way. Dev, staging, beta, and production. Mentor and train new existing DevOps engineers. Understand AWS Lambda, so there's going to be some type of programming language that you may have to understand. More than likely, it may be Python. And understand or improve automating, monitoring, logging to reduce impacts, and a variety of security tools. Use tools such as CloudFormation, since they're probably native. They're probably only in AWS. They don't have a multi-cloud infrastructure. They're focused on CloudFormation and Ansible. So understanding YAML, and then collaborate with other teams, development, infrastructure training, and functional engineering. Right, and then understand, work within the Kanban and the Agile methodology. Okay, if you're a software developer or a product engineer or whatever, you need to understand Agile and what that means. And then they get into what they're doing right here automatically, exclusively. They're doing everything sounds like in AWS, but they'll take someone who understands GitLab. Basically, they want to know if you understand CI/CD, Puppet, JFrog, Team City, and this is probably with different teams. Again, here's the scripting language right here: Python, JavaScript, Bash. Understand what a WAF is. Understand the shared responsibility model from AWS. have a DevOps mindset, and at least one certification in AWS or GCP. Don't care. And then they tell you what makes you uncommon is experience in AWS, GCP, or Azure, understanding Datadog. You can look up Datadog as well. Time on security team, previous development, so forth, so on. So that's the DevOps person, right? And that's the senior DevOps engineer, right? So everything I talked about when we first came on, that's what this gears up towards. Linux is your foundation, and then you move up from there. You can move into a DevOps engineer and so forth, right? So let's go back and look at the systems engineering lead. All right, so the systems engineering lead, a hybrid cloud environment. So that's why I think they was saying the GCP stuff. Perform backup testing and ensure recovery of all systems. So back it up, test it. Does it work? Can we come? Can we if we were having if we were to go out, if we were to drop, can we bring everything back up? Ensure enterprise applications via SSO or PAM. So they're using PAM modules and probably Windows if they're doing it. They may be doing Okta. They could do Okta. um, Maintain and update all internal application stacks on both servers and endpoints. So we're talking about endpoints, meaning APIs, and the servers themselves. So that and then the application itself, make sure they work. So there's probably testing involved, mentor teams, and so forth. So somebody with a Linux background that understands the process and how to test and how to bring stuff up could do this. All right, so the next one is this right here. So this is why I said Okta, right? There you go. Identity providers, SSO, SAML, cloud providers, AWS, Azure, mentorship. So you're probably working with multiple teams to ensure that their applications are up. System design and so forth, troubleshooting PAM, Salt, Ansible, Chef, again, Kubernetes, Docker, pipeline automation skill, infrastructure as code, secrets management, and basic networking skills, right? It's a comprehensive job, right? I like it for somebody to do, right? So that was with RealQuest. We talked about RealQuest. We talked about Malwarebytes as well. So those are the cybersecurity companies that I would look at, and we need to double check if they're public or not. All right. So here's another one. Harley to take EV unit public via spec deal as valuation soar. I'll blow this up some, stating here that Harley Davidson electric motor electric motorcycle division will go public through a merger with a blank check firm in a deal valued at $1.77 billion. And this was said on Monday as the 118-year-old brand bets on younger customers to boost volumes. The company launched Livewire earlier this year, hoping to claw back lost market share as the core baby boomer customer base grows older and interest in motorcycling as a recreational activity fades. Right, so they're looking to go. They're taking that public. Let's go check it out. Let's go. Let me see. I'm assuming this is the ticker symbol HOG dot N for the electric vehicle. So let's go look up Harley um, Davidson Electric. I'll use this tab. So let's type in Harley Davidson and let's type in this. Let's see if we can get the actual division there. And then let's go and see what kind of jobs they have. All right, so let's look at careers. And then let's look at, so they got skills in trade and apprenticeship, um, student internships, and so forth. Let's look and see what they got. Oh, I got to do a search. I mean, let's just see if they can just return. Okay, there we go. Oh, super smart. All right, so they got a staff engineer, design writer interface, designer engineering, front end out of Chicago or Wisconsin in the U.S. They have a employment and compliance attorney, a lead IT design, lead trade compliance, Livewire program manager. You just saw they were talking about Livewire. Livewire technical electronic power systems, senior systems engineer, performance marketing. We keep going. I see a lot of retail, OE engineering design, and they have several other pages. It's got 100, I think 182. Let me go to the end here to see what comes up. And so now what I would do is, we can type here. Um, let's type in Linux. See what we pull back. Okay, cloud solutions architect. All right. So what they're saying here is primary responsibility will be acting as a product owner for the cloud platforms with 2 year focus on architect and drive our strategy to exit our data centers to Azure. So they're doing a cloud migration from on-prem from their data centers into Azure. So they're looking for someone that can help lead that migration. You'll be responsible for architecture, design, delivery, support of Harley Davidson's cloud platforms that will focus on Azure, but will require guidance in AWS and IBM. Why do you think they're in IBM? What do you think they get out of IBM Cloud? Anybody want to take a guess? Go look at IBM Cloud. I already have an idea, but you take a guess on that. I'm going with quantum for IBM. That's what I'm going with. Then they have be able to be accountable for leading. And then, is it small? Let me blow that up because it's a little small over there. Be accountable for leading architecture, design, configuration, standardization, implementation, governance of technical solutions across multiple global functional business areas to support hardwire growth campaign. So look up hardwire growth campaign. That would be the next thing I would do. Provide effective solutions, designs to meet system strategies and so forth. So this is give you insight. We just looked at Livewire. So now let's look up Hardwire growth campaign, right? What is that? Here it is right here. February the 2nd, right? Boom. HOG. HOG is their New York Stock Exchange. And I guess the HOG.N is the electric. The Hardwire 5 year strategic plan targets profitable growth and brand desirability, right? So here's another thing that Harley Davidson is doing, right? Target profitability and low double digit EPS growth. What is EPS growth? Electric something? EPS, earnings per share growth. Okay, earnings per share growth. Broaden view of customers, inclusive of non-riders, tailoring each step of the journey in new ways through multiple channels, invest in core segments of touring, large cruiser, and trike to strengthen, grow its positions, expand into adventure touring within cruiser segment to unlock. So this is another. We showed you the electric part plan that they have. Now here's the other piece that they have, that they're trying to grow, right? And expand. I mean, launch Harley Davidson certify a pre-owned motorcycle program. So buying back the motorcycles, then selling them pre-owned, right? So getting some return on their investment there. Strength commitment to electric and creation of dedication division focus exclusively on leading the future of electric motorcycles, and it's to extend employee ownership to all employees by offering an equity grant to approximately 4,500 employees, aligning with the new approach to inclusive stakeholder management. So now, if you go for a job, you should be now getting some equity, right? And so you can negotiate for more. So the more you know about the company as their vision, now you can get a chance to say how you can negotiate, right? And here's what the stock is doing, right? So what has HOG done so far? So let's go to Yahoo Finance. And let's type in HOG. All right. So 36, and everything's been down this past month. So let's go out for 5 years because Harley been around forever. All right. So we can see down the, well, they try to make a comeback. This is on a big drop here. I was in March, and then they try to make a comeback here, and now they're down at 36, right? So, but Harley's been around forever. So I would see they said Yahoo is giving them undervalued. So their electric bike is gonna boost whatever they have going on. So what I probably would watch them, right? And you can play it safe and buy 10 shares or one share or whatever and play it safe and just see how they roll until they come out. Um, they do have a dividend, right? They do have a dividend, look like 60 cents. So they do have a dividend that they actually kick out, right? Nothing like getting something back. So I would play it. This is not financial advice. These are just my thoughts on it. But I like what they're trying to do, especially if they're trying to move to Azure. There could, like I say, there could be a play for. Okay, so if they messing with IBM Cloud, they messing with blockchain. And so if they're messing with blockchain, they could be messing with the metaverse. So they could be doing NFTs for their Harley Davidsons. They could be doing some type of payment system. They could be doing some type of quantum if they're messing with IBM, and they're messing with Azure too. Microsoft has a blockchain and quantum play there too. So you know, when you look at the reason why we look at this, so you can see the technology behind it and what clouds they're in, what are they doing, where are they going with it, right? So that's a play, right? It's a safe play. Harley's been around for a while, right? Yeah, they could be doing AI for analytics. They could be doing, um, again, like I said, blockchain. Um, they could be doing like Mercedes does with the EQS, or is it EQS or ESQ? That's quantum in that. So you Mercedes, um, I spelled that wrong. Mercedes ESQ, yeah, and then we do quantum. That's all right, right? Yeah, it'll come up with it, right? See how Mercedes is using quantum computers right there. I talked about this earlier this year. See how Mercedes is using quantum computer to design better batteries. So again, the battery life on the actual electric car, right? That's why I say the IBM is a special play, and that's why I tell people you got to watch out for IBM. They hiring 40 million people internationally. It's a global thing. It's a lot of money being pumped into their quantum. A lot of people think that stock is dead, but IBM is still here. They ain't went nowhere. They still or did. Oh, did y'all see the play that Oracle had? I pulled that. Let me Let me pull that Slack up. I had posted it in Slack. Like a lot of people be thinking these places is dead, and they don't be dead. Um, again, they get government contracts too. You may not see them, but they get them. All right, let me go. I posted it yesterday in general. Let me scroll up. Right, no, yeah, right here. Bring it over. Oracle to in talks to acquire the EHR giant. I guess Samir. Anyway, the deal. Nobody clicked on the link. Will could be worth $30 billion. So Oracle was getting ready to give out $30 billion. How much money does Oracle have? We sit up here and we type, oh, blah blah. But then you got to think about this play, right? So Oracle is in talks of to buy the electronic healthcare record giant. And that was reported on Thursday. The deal could be worth $30 billion, the largest transaction ever pursued by Oracle, who also has a partnership with AWS. Well, not AWS, but Microsoft Azure. Now, this particular one, EHRM program at the Department of Veteran Health Affairs, which has attracted concern from lawmakers over escalating costs and patient safety complaints. All right. So, what's going to happen with this? I'll tell you. It's going to be a contract because somebody is going to want to. Here's the thing, the VA is already in Azure. You see where I'm going with this connecting the dots. The VA is already in Azure. Oracle has a partnership with Microsoft Azure to be exact. Databases and records, right? Updates, uh, what to do with the data, analytics, better health responses uh, when it comes to that. So I will watch out for this play on Oracle. I'll keep that on my radar. Just a FYI. All right, so let's go look at the company that they're trying to acquire. I thought it would take me there, but it didn't. All right, so here's the company. All right, let me try to find the careers. Oh, come on. Nope. Mm-mm. All right. So let's see. Careers. All right. Now, let's see. Consultant women's health full stack software engineer, senior consultant from ambulatory, a learning consultant, a systems engineer, senior network database, of course. But if they get acquired by Oracle, they'll probably be rolling them into Oracle database. Software engineer, senior manager, software engineer, right? So this is, you look at their jobs, look at their back end, and then look where they're going to. Now remember, Oracle just Oracle just spent money expanding their regions. I reported on that earlier. Expanding cloud regions. It's in my notes, but I have to go back to it. That, yeah, October 2020, 2021. I was talking about that right here. Oracle growing cloud region footprint to aid prospects. I talked about this. Oracle unveiled one cloud region each in Italy and Nordics as part of its strategy to expand its global cloud region footprint to 44. With the opening of Oracle Cloud Milan region, Oracle has 36 cloud regions globally. Prior to that, the company opened the Stockholm region within the Stockholm cloud region in the Nordics. Milan and Stockholm regions are expected to strengthen the tech giants' reach within Europe, the European Union. Oracle already has clouds in Marseille, or is it Marseille, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, UK, and Switzerland. Right. So the cloud regions will offer business enterprises various cloud services like Oracle Container Engine for Kubernetes, Oracle Autonomous Database, Oracle Cloud Applications, and Oracle Cloud VMware. Right. And this was in October. And now they're expanding their regions, and then they come back and they're buying this company, and they're offering up 30 billion to buy this company, and they expanded their regions. So then you ask yourself, what regions is this company in itself, right? What regions is this company in? And is this a play for this, for to go along with this right here? It says management stated that the company's total cloud revenue annualized basis is 10.7 billion. They're buying this company for 30 billion. I watch out for it. Right? Yep, monitor vitals. It's a lot of things, right? So we just have to be, aware of, what's going on um with that company. Not only that, with that play, if they're buying that company and health records, uh I don't think we can say the word, but the as D call it, the Omarion, and what does that look like when we're talking about vitals and research? That's another play as well. Um, and we also have to look out for as much research that goes into things like autism, birth, as well as cancer, um, and other plays, other health plays. So um, I would look out for that. I'll put them on the watch list. All right. Well, I dug in and we went down, but that's okay because you got a chance to see other stuff, right? Um. All right. So let's go here. TPG. Let's check out TPG. All right. Global private equity firm TPG to list on the New York Stock Exchange. They have submitted their initial public offering in the U.S., according to a regulatory filing on Thursday, as it seeks to better compete with its publicly traded peers. All right, so let's go look up TPG. So you can do like this. So you can get some more. Let's get some more info. All right, leading global private investment firm. Um, Headquartered in Fort Worth and San Francisco, TPG has over 70 billion under management in its portfolio. Right. Let's go here. Let's blow this up. Okay. The asset manager could be valued at around 10 billion. They go public. 10 billion. All right. It was founded in '92 by David Bonderman and I guess Coultier or Coultier. TPG was launched as Texas Pacific Group in Mill Valley, California. It's the first investment. Its first major investment. Then was Continental Airlines. Oh, I remember Continental. TPG's move to public coincides with the record-breaking level IPOs and deal making, as well as an impressive stock market rally as its listed rivals. Right. Net income attributable to TPG's controlling interest was 1.7 billion in the last 9 months, and I guess David Bonderman is the co-founder here. That's who he is. That's the guy there, right? So this is why I get into. Um, I got a surprise for y'all, and I gotta check and see if you're here though. This is why I get into stuff like creating private equity funds. What does it look like to have a um, investment fund? Where you can go after acquiring companies. Um, and I need to get some power, right? So acquiring different companies, um, you know, just like how instead of Oracle going out and creating work or creating connections, they just go buy a company and bring it in, which brings customers. And those customers are already being paid, right? They're already paying customers, right? And they also have a technology and the people on staff that they need to do whatever they need to do, right? So now Oracle is rolling and acquiring a healthcare company. Watch that. All right. Next up, I'm gonna start going back. I used to do this for myself. I used to look at international startups, and I'll bring that website up. I brought it up before, but I thought this was interesting. India's BYJU is in talks of going public via a SPAC deal with a $48 billion valuation. 48 billion. All right. Tiger Global backed BYJUs, or I guess Baiju's, is in talks for a U.S. listing through a deal with a veteran deal maker, Michael Klein. If you don't know who he is, he is all over the SPAC world. Check out Michael Klein. I'll bring him up. Yep, that guy. There you go, my guy. Just pull him up. This man right here. If you saw him walking down the street, you wouldn't say that man been working $1 billion deals. You wouldn't even know. Like a old regular guy. Yeah, you wouldn't know. The banker that stood on both sides of the Glencore Extra. Yeah, you wouldn't know about Michael Klein. You just see him and be like, yeah, whatever, my guy. All right. So let's look up this company. They're getting listed here in the US. That means they gotta have some company, some location here in the US. All right. By the Future School, a learning experience with one-on-one math and coding classes for children 1 through 8. Let me see if I can get their jobs. Let me type in careers. And then say what their ticker symbol is. It's private. Oh yeah, I don't know. We'll look it up. All right, math business head, I guess experiential marketing manager. I'm just looking at what I see over here. Uh, program and director, business development. Let's see if we can find others. Meet our team, supply. Okay, all right. Look like that's just one job. That's a job description. All right, let's see if we can find something on their website here. All right, let me blow this up. Company careers, your jobs. All right. So you got content, digital marketing, brand. Then you have operations and tech. Let's go to tech. All right. Full stack, lead engineer, iOS, backend, Android, lead software development developer, data engineer. That makes sense. Data engineering lead, engineering manager for DevOps, React. I mean, everything you could possibly think of. And let me just look at and see if it says anything regarding location. And it don't look like it does. Oh, here it is right here. Well, let's go back here and let's. I wonder if I can have a filter for locations. Probably. Oh yeah, I don't see where I could. Let me just do this and scroll down. Yeah, it looked like they're all in India. I wonder if they got just locations for schools here, and then area all the hard work is done in India, which makes sense, right? But they're going public, 48 billion. All right, you too could be have a piece of the pie, but at least you know what their the technology behind them is. Let me see if this will open up for me. All right, I had this up earlier. Millennial millionaires plan to add more crypto in 2022. And they've been surveying them. So most millennial millionaires have a bulk of their wealth in crypto, and they're planning to add more in 2022 despite the recent declines. Fully 83% of the millennial millionaires own cryptocurrencies, according to the survey. The crypto holdings of millennial millionaires stand in a stark contrast to older generations of millionaires and could create a dilemma for wealth management firms and how they work with their clients. This has been happening. Most millennial millionaires have a bulk of their wealth in crypto, and they're planning to add more. Um, in the survey, 80% of the millennial millionaires own cryptocurrencies, according to the survey, which polls investors and with an inevitable assets of 1 million or more, not including their primary residence. More than half of the 53% have at least 50% of their wealth in crypto, and nearly a third of or three quarters of it in Bitcoin, Ether, and other types of cryptocurrency. Crypto holdings Holdings of millennial millionaires stand stark contrast to older generation of millionaires. Only 4% of the baby boomers hold a cryptocurrency, while more than 3 quarters of Gen X investors don't own any crypto. That's not true for me, but I get it. They're like, listen, Gen X is like, you tricked my mama and daddy now. You ain't gonna fool us. We're gonna wait. We'll put a little bit in there, not a lot. All right. The results suggest that crypto is creating a vast generational schism in investing and wealth creation. While older generation of millionaires are still largely skeptical of crypto and and its future, cryptocurrencies have become the primary source of wealth creation and asset growth for younger investors who got in early and have seen rapid returns. There's a big difference between different generations of wealth. And then they go on to talk about more about this. And it's a longer article. I won't read everything, right? Dee can post this link and you can keep reading about it if you like. All right. Next company up, I think it's pronounced Azeron. A high growth, profitable digital entertainment and media company is to become public via a combination with EFIC1. That's what I think this is. EFIC1. It could be an L, but I'm going with an I. Let's blow this up some more. This is coming out of Amsterdam. High growth, profitable digital entertainment and media. European fintech IPO. It says 1,300. Is that euro? I don't know. Google would tell me. Hey Google, yes, please tell me. All right, so here we go. One, two. That's 100. So is that 1.3 billion? That's what that is. Is their leading digital entertainment and media platform in that area. So going public. All right. Uh so it says the symbol is EFIC1, and then they have warrants which fall under EFICW. Right. It's not private. There's this ticker symbol there, the right here. All right, let's go. SoftBank SPAC. This one is backed by Walmart. The Every time I see this, it says symbiotic public. I always think of aliens and how you go on to a planet in these shows and they step on something and or they sweat and they wipe themselves or they breathe and they get into their body and they start forming. That's what I think. Right. All right. Walmart back WMT.N Symbiotic said on Monday is to go public in a merger with SoftBank Corp, blank check firm in a deal offering the robotics and automation startup a pro forma equity of 5.5 billion. I'm not going to create, we'll buy. I'm not going to create, we'll buy. So let's go look at them. What do they do? What do they do in the city? All right, let's check them out. And we should go to their YouTube. robotics based automation system, RPA, no code, no code, low code. If you're looking at anything similar to this, look at no code, low code. All right. The autonomous symbiotic system. View our system in action. Awesome. I didn't have to go nowhere. Explore. True end-to-end solution, industry-leading KMIs, adaptive modular flexibility. Sure, I don't know. Learn how. Inbound sell. Let's see. Here we go. All right. First, a fully autonomous end-to-end supply chain solution. All right. Let me go back. See, let me click on system. Inbound sales, store, retrieve, outbound. All right, so now let's go see if we can find careers. You can kind of guess. You are the future of robotics. Robotics is transforming business and growing field, and this growing field means new opportunities for surprising variety of skill sets. That's why I told you look up no code, low code. If you want to solve important global challenges and thrive in massively growing market, we want you on our team. Search jobs. Solutions engineer, they're out of Wilmington, Massachusetts, technical project manager, vision software developer, vision and robotic lab technician, advanced configuration specialist, automation maintenance technician, site quality engineer, director of advanced technology, robot control software, DevOps software QA, automation manager, director of IT engineering and installations, release manager, uh, system test engineer, cell operator. And this is in Illinois, right? And they're getting bought. New Braunfels, Texas. That's outside of San Antonio, outside of Austin, or in between. Yeah, outside of Austin still. System engineer. New. This is where the outlets is at. The outlets are out there. System engineer, system operator, system test engineer. Right. You can see they're even the embedded controls engineer. Very engineer driven. They got a system engineer here in Brooksville, Florida. Let's see. They want you to understand Linux, Python, SQL, Robot, ABB, PLC, Um, Excellent hands-on experience with assembling, operating, and troubleshooting robotics and electromechanical systems. A desire to learn new equipment, high sense of urgency, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. 10 to 12 hours standing, because you're probably gonna be fixing stuff, tweaking, speeding up, replacing parts. Right? So this is what Walmart is buying. They have 700 employees across North America. So they're probably going to need to expand if Walmart is buying them and setting up for their distribution centers. So, and that's why you saw the installer on there. So install the systems, tweak them, have people in the area. So they're probably going to need to double their size easily. I can see that. All right. More robotics. All right. Nauticus Robotics, a developer of cloud-based AI software to power its ocean robots and services. It's going public with a merger with Clean Tech Acquisition Corporation. Nauticus is founded by ex NASA engineers and is disrupting the ocean services for surface to seabed with software platforms that enable robust machine intelligence for work in marine environments for a growing fleet of ocean robots. So you just be out there with the robots in the ocean. All right. The performer equity value of the combined company is expected to be approximately 561 million, with cash on hand of approximately 222 million, assuming no redemption. So the ticker symbol is let me see. The fully pipe of approximately 73 is equity in convertible notes anchored by Schlumberger, Transocean, and Aero Environment. Hmm. Let me see. They didn't give me. Oh, here it is. It's probably fall under CLAQ. CLAQ. Oh, here it is right here. Upon closing, CALQ will rename to Nauticus Robotics and is expected to remain listed on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol KITT, which is a combination of the two. KITT. So anybody want to know about that particular one, look up KITT. It's a platform that does AI machine learning technologies designed to disrupt the legacy methods in the marine industry. We talked about Polestar, so this is in lines with that. Doing data collection, analytics, and subsea manipulations. Nauticus operates in the $2.5 trillion ocean economy. 2.5 trillion, right? So now they're expanding multi-billion dollar blue tech robotics data and services market with a disruptive product offering. And they're talking about severe drawbacks, including operating costs as high as 100,000 a day. But that's who they are. Let's go check them out. All right, there you go. You saw that, right? And then they go under. I wonder how what's the depths it can go, because that's really what it probably be used for. All right, Aquanaut Hydronaut, Olympic Cam, all electric, okay, all electric, strength and intelligence, so batteries. Hollow Guard, advanced red zone management technology, and Nauticus software suite. All right. Wind to become the number one power source by 2050. Wind. They're in the wind department. Offshore wind power market to reach a capacity of 94 GW by 2026. Demand for rare earth materials could jump from 315 tons jump to 315 tons by 2030. The industries they're in: subsea mining, defense, renewables, offshore data centers and telecom, right? Port security, oil and gas. I can see offshore data centers, underwater data centers. So look at their management team. They're with Lados, one of the number one defense contractors. So don't think the Navy are not working with them. Coast Guard. Here's their executive team. Whoa, VP Engineering. Shout out. 15-year career in robotics and technology. Worked at R&D at NASA and Johnson Space Station. Focused on humanoid and mobile robotic platforms for space application. Led server subsea electrification and sensing projects. Advisor for embedded ventures, an early stage investor space technologies beyond launch. So let's go check out embedded ventures. Investing in dual space startups beyond launch, the VC remix. We should reach out to him. Director of Operations, Jennifer Bryant, Mandy Vaughn, Jordan no name. Here's what they have in their portfolio. Here are the advisors. Skyrise brings in 200 million, make flying an aircraft as simple as swiping a touchscreen. Space Force teams with the venture capital company SpaceWorks. All right, we should talk about SpaceWorks. I don't have time to talk about it today. Um, SpaceWorks, SoftWorks. I'll have to peel back the onions on those. Need to talk about them. What they're looking at, what they're looking for. Slowed up a little bit more. What makes Space Force looks to learn from venture investors. U.S. Space Force partners with VC firm for embedded ventures under the new R&D agreement. Um, I can talk about this. I can't talk about this. I can talk about this, but I can't talk about certain things. I'll say that. I'll leave it at that. Um, but we most definitely can talk about space works because that's not that's not that's not classified. But yeah. So I would look at I don't know if you remember when Kiana was on and we were talking about, hey, how much does it cost to invest into a company on the next funding round, blah 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 blah. What's that look like? Here is that company, Nauticus Robotics. Um, I don't know. Did I look at their jobs? I don't think I did. Let's go on down here and check it out. Ah, they got contact us. Let me see. Oh, here you go. Linux systems engineer. They got some internships. They got some sensor and management, electrical. Well, I only got this one, so let's click on it. You must be available to work 40 hours a week. You must be able to commute or relocate. This is an on site position. They want you to be vaccinated. They are working with Linux, shell scripting, Ansible, Python Go, FedRAMP, NIST 800, 171 with other CUI, security experience, VMware, vCenter, Docker, fleet of containers, spin up Linux environments, CPU, disk space, Windows, Jira, Slack, SolidWorks Dual, OpenVPN, ERP solutions, familiar with application and various enterprise backups, VMware, use of cohesivity backups, to do SAML, LDAP, Linux, support mechanical and electrical team server and software needs, backup, blah blah blah, daily operations, 24/7, 7 years of experience, got some physical requirements, so forth. Right? Eh, typical. Right. Okay. And last but not least, I actually have more, but I have to hold them off for next week. Or maybe not next week. All right. Italy's Zinga, Zagna, guess that's how you say that, to start trading on the New York Stock Exchange December 20th, after SPAC merger. It's the Italian luxury group going to slaughter Ermengelido Zega. I'm sure Dion know how to say all of that. Has completed a merger with the U.S. blank check and will start trading on the New York Stock Exchange Monday under the ticker symbol ZGN. The combined companies expect to have an initial enterprise evaluation of 3.1 billion. An initial market capitalization of the firm will be 2.4 billion, said in a statement on Friday. Um, they are the latest sample of an Italian family-owned business, family-owned fashion business luring outside of investors to fund expansion. All right, so let's go check them out. Let's see what they look like. Let's see what they're hitting for. This is their website. Here's some of their shoes for the fellas. Come on, shoes. Why won't you come up? All right. I got to click on something. Oh, hold on. I hate when sites do that. Let's go look at their loafers. You know, us ladies like to see y'all in a nice pair of shoes. Mm-mm, mm. I'm not wild, but I'm not a man either. But me looking at them as a woman, I'm not wild. But hey, this not look too bad. The classic penny loafer. All right, let's go back up and look at the suits. You can tell they're cut for the slimmer guy. Like 3,200. I don't know. What are y'all? What are men paying for money wise in suits? Are y'all going to a men's warehouse? Do y'all get them custom fit? These are their joggers. Here are their gray sweatpants. A tea. All right, accessories, and then I'll get to jobs. I just wanted to peruse that site, see if anything stuck out. Accessories. Let's go look at bags and luggage. We look at eyewear too. Here the bags. That's not bad. That's not bad. This one's not bad. And that was not bad. Here's the luggage. And last but not least, eyewear. Eh, yeah, yeah, maybe. All right, so let's go look at their careers. And then let's scroll down to the bottom down here. United States. I know somebody got to maintain this website. Let's see. Go jobs. We got a store manager here in the U.S. And they got 59 positions. Um, Looks like we got. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go here. I don't know what design and develop. So store manager, SOX compliance, so security, an IT analyst out of New York, um, a distribution specialist. We'll go over here. HR, IT junior database administrator. So they do have some IT stuff, IT internal audit manager. So they do have some IT jobs, right? And their ticker symbol for them was ZGN. All right. And we're at the top. All right, cool. Let me double check the comments. And Bell 4148, how you doing? Hurricane, how you doing? Cisco, how you doing? Natasha, good morning. SB, what's going on? Afri, what's going on? Mercedes, good morning. Welcome back. Kevin, good morning. Welcome back. All right, I think I got everybody. All right, cool. All right, so you had the ticket symbols. You see the jobs. You see the stuff with Oracle. Put them on the watch list. Harley, put them on the watch list. The Zynga, I'm not into them. Um, I'll invest in Louis Vuitton before them. Um, who else did we talk about this morning that I think was a good investment? Hold on, we'll go back to my notes. Oh, the symbiotic, the one with Walmart. Did I not talk about this? I didn't. I think I might have skipped this. Hold on. I didn't. All right. I knew something. All right, Infinite World, a leading metaverse infrastructure platform for brands, announces plans to become a publicly traded company via a merger with Ares One. I guess that's one or Ares. Yeah, Ares One acquisition. Um, the Infinite World platform provides a bridge between physical and digital worlds with leading infrastructure and marketplace solutions, as well as world class content production platforms for digital content, including digital assets and NFTs. The transaction represents a pro forma equity value of the combined company of approximately 700 million based on the current assumptions. Right? They're thinking about the shares going to be between $15 to $25 a share. Let me see. All right, so Aries one is Aries, Infinite World combined. Let me see. The ticker symbol will be JPG. The ticker symbol will be JPG. JPG. All right. So what I would like to do now is go to Infinite World. I thought I was done. I'm gonna look, make sure I ain't missing nothing else. Yep. Yeah, this is the last one. All right. We're ready to go into the metaverse. Y'all in there yet? Hmm. Hold on, D. Take me down for a hot second. She's here. Boom. She's here. So we'll see. You'll see women in Linux in the metaverse. I gotta get all that stuff together. But let's go. Let's go. All right. Read about us. NFT. We got some stuff coming up. I'm working in the background. What D don't be knowing, she like I don't sleep. It's a reason for that. I didn't really go to sleep last night. All right, let's go look up Infinite World careers. You can only imagine what that is. Jobs they need. Let's see. I wonder if this it. I hope that's it. Brash Ring platform. Is this them? Let's go to their website. No, this is different. That ain't them. Let's go here. And let's go to their LinkedIn. And then they may have some jobs on LinkedIn. Yeah, it takes me right back here. I just want to see their jobs. Yeah, see they got it going across the ticker symbol up here. Across their website. Come on, let's go down. Keep scrolling. There it is right here. All right, it's not giving me jobs. Let me look here. jobs here. Yeah, they don't have nothing on their LinkedIn too, but I know they got some jobs. We'll have to do some search on them. This full stack one can't be the only one. See, they got 189. Show me. All right, let's close that. We'll go back. Yeah, Infinite World, full stack. Let's just go Infinite World. Oh, that's the job title. Let's go back. Let's go here. All right, so yeah, this one here is an design to make applications, NFT marketplace, and DeFi, Node.js, TypeScript, so forth, so on. Jura, Telio, Ethereum, Solidity. I posted that Solidity stuff in there. Um, Somebody said you confused about it. Um, Node, Go, Git, Docker, Jenkins, K8. That's their pipeline right here of what they're deploying, but I'm not sure where they're deploying to. If they're deploying to Azure or GCP or what have you. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now this Lenza site, this looks like something for someone based in crypto. Let's see. Let me see. What's the name of this company we're looking at? Infinite World. Let's go back to that link. Where was it at? Let's go Infinite. And let's see. I'll put world. I'll put a space. Okay. Studios, small art. Let's cut and paste here. And let's go back to where I was at. Yeah, I didn't find nothing like that and get rid of the period, but it found stuff with a space. I don't know about this one. May have to do some digging for them. I'm sure they probably need more people than what we saw because there's not a lot of people that know this stuff. Two careers, I did jobs. All right. So looks like we got some here. Yeah. Oh, look, it might have came up. Oh, that's the same place. All right, here we go. 5 jobs. And there was some jobs somewhere. All right. Front end, product marketing, full stack, and senior UI. And we saw the full stack one. And let's look at the senior UI person or even the marketing. See, oh, front end. Let's look at front end. And you work closely with a broad spectrum of stakeholders, from executives to external contractors in your day to day. You can expect to oversee external contract resources ranging from 2 to 5 on average. You play a pivotal role in building our solutions, including but not limited to blockchain development, NFT market development, designing application, and managing UI UX infrastructure, compiling documentation. Most importantly, you will be driving innovation. As a startup, our team oversees an aspect of development, designing, coding, and testing, all the way to continuous integration and continuous deployment. CI/CD. You should have experience in all phases of development and know how to build an innovative solution with ideation to deployment. And they talk about what you need to have in terms of your skill sets and so forth, and what blockchain technologies that they deal with. experience with NFTs and so forth. Notice don't say nothing about a degree if you peep that, right? Because it's super new, super new. All right, that was it. Yep. Let me read comments here. You know, yeah, yep. Finding and deploying a unique EMT is very important. Yeah, that's a deeper conversation. Blockchain or AI tech, man, that's a deeper conversation. Because I see a lot of I have a lot of ideas on the blockchain and AI. I so I give you my thought process. It's an idea I had, and I was thinking about how I could do this. Somebody could take this and run with it. It's okay. So, um, oftentimes, all the time, like what I notice is like even in the trades world, right? And we were talking about this the other day. You know what? I ain't gonna do it on this show. I do it on the next show. Because we overtime. I ain't gonna do it on this show. Come back at 2 o'clock. Come back at 2 o'clock. I do it on the next show because the reason why want to spend a lot of longer time. But think about the automation of trades, right? And when I say the automation of trades, you know, how can you? I'll give you a prime example. How could you automate um, your pool cleaning, right? So think about it this way. So you got to drop in your pool. You got to drop your Clorox tablets. You got to get the water tested, and on top of that, you need to make sure that the actual system itself is okay. What what better way than to have some type of way that the water gets tested weekly and knows when to drop the tablets because you got the tablets sitting there in a some type of container. You got a whole system set up. You also have um, uh, a way to send you text messages or something like that on what's going on with your pool, whether your pool system itself is seeing a high concentration of dirt or what have you. Have that have that system set up and automated, and then go from if you collect that data over a year, you now can really start to form like a system of like, okay, during this time we need to make sure we have these things or that thing. And you can have that system set up and installed at everybody's house, and you as the person who owns the company come in and set it up. It'll just be a set it and forget it type of situation. Even if you got salt water or whatever the case may be, and whatever system that needs and whatever that needs. So, like, how would you automate the pool guy out of that, right? So yeah, so that involves sensors and flows, collection of data. Different types of pools need different types of things. How to notice that you have a crack in your pool. You may be going out of town, or you may Airbnb it. So now you got to think of all these people that you got to have set up for your Airbnb to make sure that these things flow. How would you automate like the pool situation? So I looked into that and what that could look like. I don't think it's being done yet, but that's an AI situation. Um, Another thing with that is the analytics that you could collect over that. But that's my thought process initially with that. Um, but I got so much more because there's so much more that goes into that as well. Yep. So that's one of my ideas. The other one I hadn't spoke on it yet. But somebody could take that and run with it. All right. We'll catch y'all on the next show. See you too.